It's the Devil's Day. Halloween. Should Christians really be celebrating this nonsense? We're about to talk about it.
Hey, don't get too goofy, Morgan. This is a very serious topic. Right, guys?
It's really
Very
serious. The Devil's Day. Welcome, guys, to P&M After Dark.
Well, welcome, everybody. Seriously, we are pumped. Morgan, this is our first official. Yes, we may have had others in the past, but this is our first official launch of P&M After Dark.
It's true. We've got me, Morgan, Paul,
Jacob.
Carl.
Woo-woo! How's it going, everybody? Let me just make sure that you guys can hear us as we got the Archon's approval. He says, OMG, the microphones sound amazing.
Yes.
Yay. You guys got to tell me, though, if I'm being too loud
That's
in this
true.
microphone, because you know I get a little... Correct.
She
I get
does.
a little loud.
She does. We can all contest.
Yeah.
Jacob, what were you about to say?
Soft-spoken tonight, everyone. It's gonna be soft-spoken.
Jacob continues to say that he's going to be a man of few words tonight. Once we get started talking about specifically Halloween and horror movies, I know he's going to come alive.
He's gonna
We'll see.
come alive. All right, guys, let's talk about it. Let's just dive right into it. But before we do, make sure you subscribe. And also, okay, we're gonna draw straws.
Oh, I got the straws.
The thing about P&M After Dark is each one of us comes to the channel, the episode, with a topic to discuss. The first topic you guys already know, we're talking about Halloween and horror movies.
Correct.
Mixture of those things, because that goes right with Halloween. And also, we are going to draw straws, and whoever gets the short straw goes to the end, blah, 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 you know. All right, so let's draw the straws.
And the person who draws the shortest straw will only have 5 minutes on their topic.
Correct.
So
It's going to be me, guys. I absolutely know it's going to be me.
And we don't know the topics that anyone has picked other than the Halloween one. So we're just going off of the top of our heads. All right, let's go. Pick the straws.
all right, here we go, guys. The
Me,
straws.
Carl, and Jacob pick
Uh-oh.
the straws.
I'm getting
How do
my
we know who's first?
Wait,
Whoever.
We
All
just
right.
all pick at once.
Oh, they're like legit straws. Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
I cut
literally-
these with a knife.
Wait, okay.
Yes.
What did I
Oh, yeah.
say?
It was
I'll be
meant
honest,
to
I
be.
wanted the shortest, but
We can trade.
Hey, y'all are, it's open to you. You're allowed to trade, I
You're
guess,
gonna trade,
if you
Jacob?
want.
I actually don't. Well,
Jacob, would you
Okay,
like to
so-
trade?
it doesn't matter to me.
It'll be my topic, which was the Halloween horror movies. Then we'll move to
Me.
Morgan, Jacob, Caroline last, and shortest.
Unless they
I
want to switch.
feel shorted.
As
literally.
you should.
I like that because I don't want to go
Oh,
last.
man.
All right,
Okay, what the heck,
guys.
Jacob?
I'm sticking with
Let's
mine.
dive right in. People who are able to join live, we are pumped that you all are here. Let's begin with the zesty conversation and the even zestier guests.
Lay it on us. Wow,
Why
Carl.
zesty?
Should
Why you wanna
Christians
use that word,
smoke?
Paul?
Question mark.
That's such a
Oh,
strange.
Caroline, are you really going there right now?
Stupid.
She's real. Okay, hey, we're allowed to rebuke each other.
Morgan's like, let me change the camera view.
Let me change
Get her
that
off
angle
Get it
real
off.
quick.
right
Get it
now.
off of her. All right, we are all Christians here, guys.
Correct.
Let's go.
Why did that need to be said?
Halloween/horror movies. Let's just open up the conversation. Halloween is going to be upon us in a few short weeks.
Oh, I still have the headphones on.
Take them off, you freak.
We're seeing the decorations around the neighborhood. Morgan, you and I were out walking. Did we have Luca with us?
I would think so,
And
because
you-
we don't ever take walks without Luca.
We saw the big spider's web with
Oh,
the
yes.
spider's mouth agape and the fangs.
Luckily, Luca did not see that.
How are we feeling about Halloween, you guys? Who wants to get us started? Caroline, I feel like you have a lot of passion on this topic, so go ahead and get us started.
Before anyone goes,
What the
I
heck?
want to say this real quick. So we're talking about Halloween.
No, he's good.
We're talking about Halloween and we're talking about horror movies. When are we going to separate? Because they are different.
Let's start with Halloween.
Because horror movies are
All right,
all year
start
round
with
things.
Halloween.
Okay.
Let's start with Halloween.
Because they're different.
Yeah,
They are, but they aren't.
I agree.
You see what I mean?
I agree.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. All right.
Caroline, kick things off.
Well, gosh, guys, I just don't think as Christians we should ever be celebrating it. And there are a couple of reasons why I think that. The first one is that, and this is just something that I feel like the Lord has continually convicted my heart about. But it is a day that you cannot escape the celebration of death. You can't. If you are participating in any way in Halloween, you are participating in a celebration of death. That is what it is. It is celebrating death. It is celebrating grotesque behavior and murder and blood and gore. It's literally it's celebrating something that Jesus Christ came to the cross to kill. Like period. Like he came to defeat death, and then we have this entire holiday that glorifies it. And so I think that like right there, that's like my first thing. I'm like, I'm not I'm not participating. And I know that people will be like, okay, well, what if we just like go, to shop. Oh my gosh. What if we just like, dress our kids up and go trick or treating? You still can't escape the death aspect of it. I mean, you guys are just walking through your neighborhood and you see things, like True. It's not like I can't with your alls. Like they're like
Question. So
answer.
What about people who dress up as like Mario or Luigi?
No, but it's not.
Are you saying like the whole?
Yeah, because when you're out though, like you're not going to escape seeing other people dressed that. You know what I mean? So like, and once again though, like it's just, I will never forget my older sister. She's got a little boy. He's 3 years old now. He was 2 and they were trying to figure out if they were going to do the Halloween thing. And at one point, I guess they were over at a friend's house and one of the kids came down in like this scary costume and it terrified my nephew. And Mary Elizabeth was like, all I needed to see was his reaction to that, to know that this is not something good. This is not like, I'm not going to put my kid in a position where they could be terrified, period.
That's good.
Let me say this. There are going to be many Christians, and I would say absolutely Christians,
right,
that love the Lord, and they are going to, kind of like what Jacob said, they're going to have their kids put on the Mario, the Luigi, the
Marvel, some kind of superhero,
a superhero, Woody, an innocent clown.
Were you Woody, babe?
I was Woody. Yeah.
that fits.
They're going to put them in those costumes, and they are going to go be very cautious with, maybe they're going to just keep a close eye on their kids. They're going to watch what houses they go to. It's going to be a very communal thing. They're going to avoid the real, the death, the darkness, which again, you said it's very interwoven. We can, obviously discuss that and make a case for it. But those type of Christians, are you saying, Caroline, that they are in the wrong?
I am saying that they're probably just ignorant to what they're doing. I'm not. I'm serious. I'm not gonna say that like they've even like, because I didn't. This has been a journey for me. So I didn't really think a lot about it. But then the more that the Lord started kind of uncovering things in my own heart, the more, it is just really kind of impossible to separate the death aspect and the gross aspect, like in any way, if you're participating in any way.
Do you think that, like, what about the trunk or treat at like churches?
I think that's weird. Like, legitimately, I think it's weird. Why are we as a church doing that? Like, wait, what is it about?
I could see churches. I agree. I think for a while there, I was like, okay, this is just weird. Like, why are the churches doing this? But I think I would much rather like have churches do something like this on that night where it's their trunks and you walk through cars and that all the costumes are going to be safe. They're not allowed
do you know
to like
that?
have gore. Yeah, like, well, I don't know actually, but I remember a church that I used to work at, like we would put up posters like no scary costumes allowed. And so like it was a safe spot. You knew that you could take your kid there and there wasn't going to be like death costumes, whatever, blood and gore. But I could see that as like a ministry option or opportunity for that night. And yeah, I don't know.
Jacob, any thoughts before
this kind of goes off our question. Is this a black and white for you? Like there's no gray area here. This is like, you do not believe Christians can celebrate
no,
this.
I believe that they shouldn't. It's obviously they can, like they can, and there's grace or whatever, but like for me personally, I do think it's pretty black and white. And the other part of it
for you
that I didn't bring up though is
it's a conviction you have.
Well, it is a conviction for me, but no, I do think that it should be for everybody. Absolutely.
It should be for everybody.
I think that I don't think Christians are really thinking a lot about it. I think we live in a westernized society where we forget the power of death and we forget the power of the demonic too. And that was the other part of this that's really bothersome to me, is that I know there's that one quote that goes around every Halloween about that Anton, the founder of the Church of Satan, says, and then everyone's like, he didn't say that, and I don't really care if he did or didn't say that quote. But the point is that though, they're on the satanic calendar, it is a very important day, and it's a very powerful day for Satan. So you can like go celebrate and run around and get candy, or you can get on your knees and pray against what's going on.
That's so interesting.
And like, I have friends who one of my closest friends, not Morgan, but one of my closest friends, she's my roommate, her brother is like a priest in the Church of Satan, and he will tell you any day of the week that is a very important day. So I just think we need to take I think we need to take it, and we need to pray against it. I think we need to be more active about that part of it.
So I wonder if like, is it an important day for, the people who worship Satan, or is it an important day for literally everyone in the world? Is it an important day for Christians? Like, to say it's an important day for Satan, like, I'm like, well, where's that in the Bible? Like, does the Bible anywhere say like October 31st is a very important for Satan?
No, but like on the satanic but on the satanic calendar, they take advantage of it. Like
I know
they curse. Like there's a lot of curses and prayers to say, like, it's a very demonic, and like every day is, but like it's a special one. And I mean, we can either kind of like, gloss over that, or we can realize that we battle not against flesh and blood. Yeah.
There are plenty of things interwoven into the Halloween holiday that it's clearly, we went past, like I mentioned, the neighborhood decorations, and you see the tombstones like regularly. That's
creepy,
kind of glorifying death. You see gore. This stuff is not wholesome, but there can be ones where it's just much more of a celebration of autumn. Even, I think this would be a good segue into the horror movies. We saw one giant spider web, spider's mouth was agape. It was like, ooh. But then we go to another house in our neighborhood. There's another spider's web where the spider's a little smaller. It's fuzzy,
black, kind of cute.
And I'm looking at it like, I'd like to.
Spider's cute.
Well, but I'm thinking to myself, I'd like to take Luke over to that one. That's just kind of fun. There are decorations that are very tame, and I guess, is there any place for kind of a fun, a little bit scary, spooky place in a Christian's life? I personally, and then I guess we can move into scary movies. Caroline obviously is. She's just a very, and here's the funny thing. I would say the majority of our audience is going to hear Caroline and be like, I 100% agree.
Yeah, I need Allie Yared with me right now. She would be 100% on. She'd be my girl.
She'd be cooking.
100%.
I'm just going to be completely honest, and this is going to rub some of our audience the wrong way.
It's rubbing me already.
And it's rubbing Caroline the wrong way when it comes to Halloween. And it's funny because each time kind of the Halloween holiday comes back around, you see some of the passionate voices. You mentioned Allie Yared. I saw Isaiah Saldivar post about it, who is very big into the deliverance stuff and the demonic stuff. You got the Carolines of the world. No. You got, I saw another Allie, married to, I met her, really sweet girl, met her at the conference. Parrot.
Oh yeah, Gabe and Allie.
Perro, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we Jacob and I. They're making these posts they're making these posts ultimately saying, do not touch Halloween. I still feel like there could be a place where a Christian don't get into any of the demonic stuff, but where you could go, you could get candy with friends and family, and you could do it in good conscience. That's just. And I heard someone say recently, like, oh, well, I think back to my childhood when we would do Halloween. And I have bad memories. I should not have engaged in it. I'm thinking back to my very limited exposure to Halloween. My mom literally sent us out with gospel tracts one year.
Amen, Leanne. I love that woman.
He would have to get candy and then hand them a track.
Which I'm not necessarily saying do that, but also we would go around and we weren't allowed to say trick or treat, so we would like say treat or treat. My conscience is okay. I actually had a lot of fun dressing up as Woody 5 years in a row. I'm just kidding.
That's the only costume he ever was allowed to own.
But you need to go with your convictions. So Caroline, absolutely stay completely away, but I am less inclined to really make it a black and white issue. And that's where I stand.
I would agree. I don't think there's enough in this thing right here to make it black and white. And again, it's
Halloween's not in the Bible.
It's all about conviction.
True.
If you want to over spiritualize things and demonize, I mean that's perfectly, because again, we talk about the demonic deliverance stuff, right? Sure. You know, that Isaiah and all these people are doing. Like, hey, if you think that, because I know those people tend to think that a lot, and I'm not knocking, I just disagree. Like, I'll just be honest. Okay. If you want to say that, I know like sometimes people say homosexuality, that's a demon that needs to be delivered from you. Okay. I don't necessarily agree with that, and I think it's the same thing with this. Is if you are so stuck on that, and that's a conviction you have, hey, that's absolutely fine. But I don't think it gives us a right to condemn. So it's just not. There's not enough.
You think they're a little too quick to say this is because of a demon, this is because of a demon.
Yeah, and then I'll wait and kind of bounce off of me talking about horror movies too, on how I think that. Yeah, we'll get there.
Again, guys, don't get me wrong. There are plenty of things that I could see someone saying, I'm not touching Halloween. I totally respect that. I'm simply giving a little caveat for those who may feel okay with doing it in a good conscience, assuming they're not engaging in the obvious ungodly aspects.
Yeah, I think that there are a lot of very clear black and white things in Scripture, and you can try to take Scripture and then make certain things that are just not black and white. And so I think kind of, yeah, like you said, Jacob, we just have to go with our own convictions. And as long as our heart is to seek the Lord and to seek wisdom and to hear what Caroline has to say, hear what Paul has to say, and then just go to the Lord and say, God, what do you want? What is your will? And let him lead you in that. Like, I think that you're in the right place, but you could still be in a different place than Caroline, than me, than Paul, than Jacob. And so, yeah, just, I think it's weird though, because I just see a lot of like Instagrammers, influencers, whatever, Christian influencers specifically around this time of year, like in a way, like to me it comes across as like shaming people who are doing things that they think you shouldn't do. And I know people have said that about us, and I understand like it's hard to get things across online sometimes the way you want to get it across, and you don't want people to feel like you're judging them or like you're saying shame on you. So, you know, I get that, but yeah, I would just say if you're out there being like, but I don't agree with Ali Yard's post, or I don't agree with what Carl just said. Like, don't feel like, you know, if it's conviction, let it convict you. But if it's condemnation, then that's not from the Lord.
Here's what a few people are saying, and let's jump into horror movies. We don't need to stay on horror movies long. The Archon says, but why, Paul? Why does it benefit anyone? That's fair. I think that for me, growing up there, I could see benefits of it, but I hear what you guys are saying. I'm not knocking you all.
I also just don't think we should ever be too attached to anything. So like even me and my own personal conviction, like always seeking the heart of the Lord about it, right? And so like on both sides, just like making sure you're not going to let your bias like.
Hannah says, treat or treat, please. Ha ha ha. Superman says, I always thought Paul looked like Woody from Toy Story. I'll take that as a compliment. Kind of. Let's see. A few people are mentioning Nate and Sutton's video. They were pretty anti-Halloween.
They were.
Seeing a few more. Let's see. Okay. Susanna says, I think that celebrating Halloween as a Christian could send a wrong message to unbelievers because of what Halloween stands for most people. Understand that.
I hear that, but also like, what does Halloween mean for America? To me, it's like getting in a costume. For kids, it's getting in a costume and getting free candy. For college age students, it's dressing in the sluttiest outfit that you could possibly dress in.
So far, Morgan has the most controversial moment of the night.
But am I wrong?
And we're just getting started.
That's college. That's high school. So like, I don't know if that is like what is Halloween known for. Like, I don't know. It's a lot of
Okay, let's just move. Is there a place for Christians to watch horror movies? Jacob, why don't you start us on this one? Since it's my understanding, Jacob. It's my understanding, Jacob, that you have watched 3 horror movies in the past 2 weeks.
That
so
is just
you got. I'm probably going to be more on Carl's level with this one.
We're going to be saying a prayer for Jacob
Now,
on this live stream.
Okay, yes, you're right. I've watched a lot in the Halloween season. I'll admit it. Maybe too much. I could be spending my time in a better way. I'll admit that.
Let's give Jacob the grunt of shame.
That.
Let's give him the grunt of shame.
Let me say this really quick.
What's the grunt of shame?
I don't have. Going back to you, you have a conviction of watching horror movies, Halloween. I have more of a, I guess, opinion on horror movies than I do Halloween, I guess, because they are different in a way. For me, I think about the verse. Let me find this.
Jacob is the only one who brought his Bible tonight, so that does give him.
I just memorized everything.
I believe it's.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I believe it's 1 Corinthians 10. Can you find that? 1 Corinthians 10:13. It's gonna be too hard for me.
Absolutely.
Paul says he's talking about things that are lawful.
Whatever is pure.
Somebody's gonna
not all things are what lawful, but
Corinthians 10. 1 Corinthians 10. What?
1
all things are
Corinthians
lawful,
10.
but not all things are beneficial. Right? That one. I think.
Yes.
I just read that. I should have known that.
Right into the live chat right now.
I told you guys I knew. Even him, I knew them. I memorized it.
No. That's not right, Paul.
While Jacob is finding his verse right into the live chat, is there? Here's my question. Is there?
He said I'm going to my phone. I can't find it on my.
No, it is.
Is there any place in a Christian's life for scary movies, for horror movies, or is this a black and white issue?
Can we give like a parameter for horror? Like, are we talking about like that's what I want? Like, are we talking about?
That's the thing. What are you categorizing as horror?
Because horror,
movies,
I'm thinking we're talking like the demonic type stuff, the ghost type stuff, then the slaughter whatever type, like.
Like Saw.
Like you said.
Saw.
No one here
I
would
heard
watch
like
Saw.
slaw, and I was like, coleslaw. Don't mind if I do.
No one here would literally ever watch the movies.
All things are lawful, but not all things are helpful. Or all things are beneficial.
So,
and I think about that verse.
Was right.
Like me watching a horror movie, I'm not going to lose my salvation because of it.
That's right.
If you disagree with that, then.
But it might not benefit you.
But it's not going to benefit me either. Okay. All right. Now, if you have a conviction of that is completely fine. Something I have a conviction of that I don't ever want to take a sip of alcohol for the rest of my life.
Okay.
I'm not going to condemn somebody because they do, or say, oh, you're sinning because, or you're in the wrong because you do that. I'm not going to do that. Same way, I don't feel like if somebody watches one horror movie, right? There are horror movies out there that have no sexual, nothing, no language, none of it. Right?
No language.
I was about to say, buddy.
Even movies that have
pull it out right now.
The Sixth Sense. If you go, there's not a ton.
I was thinking about.
Movie?
I think the Sixth Sense
well,
is a
horror.
See,
are we just gonna keep doing
Harry
this?
movie.
Is that like we gotta really nail it down?
I'm actually in trouble.
What's our category? Are we saying literally everything that would be scary? I guess, or it also depends on what you consider scary. So it's all. I mean.
So all right, let's
again. My whole point is if you have that conviction, run with it. Okay. But I don't. Mine's in a different way.
Can we name
of
a few
alcohol?
Can we just go ahead and name a few movies?
Yeah, let's talk about It.
The movie It the Clown, Stephen King's iconic movie or book.
Can we do this?
Okay.
Can we list off like 3?
All right,
It. And I want to see what
Saw.
the chat has to say. What would they consider that horror slasher? Like
let's
you consider
let's
slasher
get the chat into
horror
into
film?
This.
All right.
Absolutely, that's horrific.
Okay. Well, some people
everyone
wouldn't.
pause. Everyone pause.
Thriller.
Everyone pause.
Consider that horror?
Here we go. Listen to me.
Michael
I'm gonna.
This is my channel.
I'm pretty sure it's the Paul.
Get out of here, Paul.
And Morgan channel.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do in the chat. I like what Jacob said. Let's get the chat involved. We're gonna do 3 scary movies that kind of run the gambit, starting with the movie It. It's rated R. It's a scary clown that literally does.
Pray.
She's
seizing.
No. He preys on kids. That's what you were trying to say?
We'll be turning that into a short.
I want just that 5-second into a meme.
Oh my goodness, I don't know what just happened. Praise on children.
Here it comes. Wait, here it comes.
Gorgeous. Now don't let it explode.
Okay, so the movie It. We're gonna also
Casually.
now on the other side, we're gonna do Stranger Things, and don't act like some of the
That's not a
people.
movie.
Don't act like some of the people in the live chat have not watched and enjoyed Stranger Things. I'm just saying. We have, because I would still consider Stranger
No
Things.
one is saying anything. You don't have to
I
get
would.
so
Okay,
sassy.
I'm sorry. I would consider that still in the horror genre, in my opinion.
Okay.
It. All right, bro.
Yeah. Wow.
And the last one will be Saw.
And Saw. There's 3. Is that a fair?
the rules.
Caroline, do you feel like that's a good, a decent representation of the horror genre?
Saw. I mean, no, not necessarily, because you don't have. I've never seen Saw.
Add a fourth.
But
Add a fourth.
I was just thinking about like something like Paranormal. You know, like
Paranormal Activity.
Well, that
Paranormal
could be.
Activity.
There you go.
There you go.
He's got it.
I know
Yeah,
my
The
stuff.
Exorcist.
There's our 4. There's our 4.
All right. It, Stranger Things, Saw, and Paranormal Activity.
Okay, so right now, I think the question would be, should all of those be a no-no for Christians?
Okay.
And if not all of those, which ones and why?
Also, I'll throw this movie in there. Knock at the Cabin. It's a newer movie,
Good grief.
but I
sorry.
got a biblical message out of that movie.
You
believe
can
it or
pull a
not.
biblical message out of anything.
Interesting.
That doesn't mean it's worth watching. I'm sorry.
Whoa.
Interesting.
Okay.
It's okay.
I
This is-
agree.
this is
Because you
Good
can't have
conversation
evil
here.
without the good anyway. So, you know, because evil is just a perversion of good.
But that
So
movie,
you can find.
it is interesting.
Okay, well, let's stick with the 4 that we got right now, because I think that's a decent spectrum. Let's just go down the list. Caroline,
Yep.
out of those 4 movies/shows, is there, in your mind, room for Christians to be watching those?
Okay. It, Stranger Things,
Saw,
Paranormal
and
Activity, and Saw.
Paranormal
Okay.
And if we go ahead and try to maybe bring some biblical or just
Yeah.
solid evidence.
Well, I mean, you know,
Solid evidence.
I think like what I said about Halloween kind of plays into this as well. A lot of these movies, including Stranger Things, it's a celebration of death. Okay, and it's a glorification of evil, and because of that, I would say no. Now, I did watch Stranger Things. Okay, I was very about season 1, very about season 2, and it was in season 3 that it started to become, in my opinion, paranormal. Like it started to, hey, no, we're gonna have to separate you two. That's really annoying.
I apologize.
Whoa.
That was like a secret. It was a comment.
Yeah, it was like an
someone-
insight. Yeah.
Keep going.
Thank you.
Calm.
I apologize, Carl.
No, it just so. But in season 3, it started to get like, in my opinion, like that's disgusting, demonic. And so because of that,
Everything's demonic.
okay,
you,
see,
you two
no,
need to cut it out.
No, because I grew
you two
up.
need to cut it
I
out.
grew up a strict Calvinist, but if you cannot say that there is not demonic activity that roams freely in this world, you are crazy.
Okay, well, let's just do this real quick then, Carl.
Because
Just-
Satan is the prince of the power of the air, and he roams. He's the prince of the air. Anyways.
So we gave the 4 movies that span the gambit. Do you feel like, so your answer would be you do not think Christians should be taking part in those?
I'm once again, I'm not going to say that, you're going to lose your salvation, that you're condemned or anything like that. But I think that, as a whole, we should probably think more wisely about, what we watch anyway.
Fair enough. Let's keep going down the list. Jacob, out of those 4 movies, are you not okay with any of those, or are you okay with all of them?
What is it against Saul,
It,
Paranormal Activity, It, and Stranger,
Stranger
Things?
Things.
I don't know anything about Stranger Things. I'll be honest. Can you give me like a?
I mean, it's
It's kind of
just-
convoluted.
I've seen the other 3, but I don't know
monster,
anything
sci-fi.
about.
Just comment on the 3.
Oh,
Okay,
come
well,
on, 3.
horror is overwhelmed by a state of shock or fear. I just look. That's kind of so.
Okay.
They all would fall into that category.
Yeah.
Actually, well, that depends on the person technically.
But go
But
ahead.
that
Your
could
opinion,
be
just so
that
people
you-
could just what do you think?
Okay.
Where do you fall?
What's
on
the
those
question?
on those movies, are you? Because I guess
think
my
that they're
question
okay.
is,
No, do you think they're okay for Christians to consume or not?
yeah.
I would say Saul. Yes.
It's interesting you say
Actually,
that
I
because
would
that
say
would have
this.
been the only one that I would have said
Paranormal
yes.
Activity would be the only one I say no to because it is very demonic. Like I think that's the message out of it. And I know you can. And again, you may say, well, that's for all of them. Not necessarily.
I think
really
a
don't
clown
say-
predating on children and eating them is actually very demonic.
I don't know if I definitely don't consider Saul demonic. I'll just be honest.
I
haven't
there's-
seen Saul.
Like Insidious, I
But
consider
I think
demonic.
is that not a demonic
Conjuring,
action, though?
it's demons and
So because
these are
okay, so
like there's a difference between
movies-
demonic and serial killers.
So movies that have paranormal activity you consider demonic.
Yeah,
but,
I tend to stay away
but
from
like
demonic.
a serial killer like Saw, you would not necessarily.
So
say
Halloween,
demonic.
Friday the 13th, Scream, Freddy Krueger,
All
Saul.
movies that, like,
those are probably your
people are
5
killing
main
people.
serial killer horror movies. That's not necessarily demonic. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not saying it's good either. That's like I'm not saying if it's not demonic it's good. I'm
Right.
just saying I do think there's a difference.
Well, I'm going to get to what some of the people are weighing in. Morgan, quick thoughts before we move on.
First, guys, give this video a thumbs up if you're liking this new format, because I'm having a great
I
time.
know, this is fun.
Before we move on to the next topic, which is totally different,
Yeah,
Morgan,
we only have 37 thumbs up. I think we can do way better than
Y'all
that,
are
guys.
lame.
Don't make
I'll
me-
call it out. They won't because they're too nice, but y'all are freaking lame.
Carl!
don't make me
That
hold my
is
breath.
mean.
Don't make me hold my breath until we get 60. Don't make me.
Remember how that went last
I
time,
probably
y'all.
will. Morgan, just wrap it up. Horror movies. You're a wise woman. Final thoughts.
Thank you so much. Yes, I would say that all. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know about Stranger Things. I'm not going to comment on that. I'll comment on the other 3. The other 3, I think, yes, are all horror movies. Saw, It, Paranormal Activity. I think that they are evil. I think that they glorify evil
That's right.
and death. And I think that I don't understand personally how something like that could edify the spirit of God that is within us. We're the temple, and how are we honoring our temple by allowing that type of content to come into our heart, mind, soul, spirit, whatever. But I know that there are people out there that like have different brains than I have, and so I'm not going to be so black and white of absolutely not, nobody can watch this stuff and find anything beneficial in it. It's super hard for me to understand, specifically, Jacob, how you find beneficial things in that, but I won't hold it against you or say that you're in the wrong.
You could do the same thing for music, though.
That's
Are
true.
you just going to
Totally.
say everything that doesn't have a biblical, like, glorifying God is just secular music? Because I know a lot of people will say if it's not
Agreed, yeah. There are a lot of
Christian
people, yeah.
labeled, it's secular music.
Okay,
There's
I just want to
people
make
out there
clear.
that
I
do
would
that.
not say that. I know that you guys might think I wouldn't say that. I'm typically not the radical when it comes to this kind of stuff.
She's legalist.
I wear bikinis. So, ha.
I wear bikinis.
And I think horror movies are wrong.
Oh, man, this is really
wait,
something.
I tread
All
the
right.
spectrum.
I would tend to agree with Morgan what you said. Ultimately, let's be careful with what we're watching. And the majority of horror movies out there probably have garbage and filth that we as Christians don't need. Is there some gray area for certain movies that might be in the horror genre? I would say there probably is some gray area.
Probably.
Can
Morgan,
we all
you
agree?
have a hair sticking up out of your head.
Can we all agree that my final thoughts on that were perfection?
Thank you.
Okay, I'll take that as a yes. Let's
Yes,
move on.
Amen.
Oh, wait, let
Whatever
me
you
read a
said.
few of what they're
How
saying.
long was that?
Yeah, read.
Topic.
That was
32 minutes.
You're kidding.
good Lord.
Okay, look
32?
here real quick. All right,
Y'all, we talked a long time.
Nutri Coach, proud of Caroline for her stance. Everything Christians do should be for God's glory. We fall short, of course, but that should be our desire.
What's the first question in the Westminster Catechism? You know, what is the purpose of man? To glorify God and
hey,
enjoy
this is-
Him forever.
Timmy Jesus Freak says, I love it, y'all. The Archon says, I agree with Jacob on concept that there's a big difference, but not necessarily on his list of what's not demonic. Let's see. Let me just see a few
Jacob's
more.
I was
young.
reading
He's
a different
growing.
comment.
Octavia B says, I'm going to a haunted house soon. Good luck, Octavia. Wish you the
Please
best.
don't actually do that.
God bless you.
We can still be brother sister in Christ, though.
I don't know, man. How are we? How
You
are
hear
we
this
like,
right here?
say it.
I mean, what is this?
Carl.
Wait, no, how are we-
Unbelievable.
Say it, Carl.
No, we're so different. It's so
What is
funny that
this?
we're so different because technically, like, I'm doctrinally, very Calvinist.
Okay,
it's
hold
funny
on.
how
You guys
different we are.
just chill for a second. Let me get
No,
through a
we
few
are
more
brother
of
and
these.
sister in Christ.
I
said it.
Hey, Katie Hagen says.
That's why it's mad.
Katie Hagen
I
says.
promise. I
Guys,
promise.
hold on. Let me get through a few of these. Katie Hagen says, I agree that Christians jump to it's demonic when it might not be, when it may not be just super happy and fluffy. Emma says, I like horror movies, but I also love God. Haha. Well, hopefully this conversation.
If Jacob's argument could
Amen.
be summed up in one word or one sentence, I like horror movies, but I love God.
I think you can do both. Whoever said that, I love you. God bless you.
All right. It's a big no for me. Victoria says, what's up, Victoria? Some of the adventures in Odyssey are scary too.
I never read that.
Konami
Odyssey,
says.
the book?
Is that the
Adventures in Odyssey.
You're
Not
talking
Homer.
about the old.
Yeah, I read the Iliad.
much different?
I thought you were talking about the
Adventures in
monsters
Odyssey.
in the seas.
All right.
cartoon.
Let's
The-
move on.
All right,
oh.
let's move on.
Oh, the First
Oh.
Corinthians just got on me, though, and said, narrow path means no gray area, Paul. I would just push back on that and say, if we're going to say there's no gray area, then we got to
scary.
start having conversations about Christmas. We got to start having conversations about the clothes we wear, the places we shop at, which I'm not saying you can't have conversations, but it's going to get pretty stinking hard
Yeah.
to live in this world and not be a monk living on top of a Tibetan temple.
True that.
Why do
On
you?
top, specifically on top of the temple, not in the temple, on top of a mountain, but on
Correct.
top of the temple. on
Correct.
top.
Right.
All right, who's got our next topic? Who's got
All
our
right,
next
it's
topic?
me. It's me, guys.
I'm so
Hey.
intrigued.
Comment below, you guys, though, and let us
Oh.
know where you stand in the horror movie / Halloween topic and who you find yourself resonating with the most.
Yes.
I'm excited to see how many resonate with me.
Amen to that.
By the
many
way,
resonate
by the
with
way,
me?
Jacob looks like a true high schooler drinking Starry out of the.
Yeah, guys. Before we move on to the next topic, do you have your favorite little drink? Let's cheers.
That's such a senior in high school
Cheers.
thing,
I
Jacob.
sure got mine.
Cheers.
Jacob, can we cheers?
What do our drinks?
I don't know,
say
can we?
about-
Can we?
I want you to. Can we just have? Hey, those in the
We need
chat.
them to be friends.
Can we just encourage Jacob and Caroline that you guys are still brother and sister in the Lord, and to show some
Yes.
love?
Yes.
She's
But
the one that pushed back on it. I immediately opened up with that. I said, "Hey, we're still."
No, I was just being funny. That was me being funny.
Good, very good.
Jacob is not feeling the humor.
It's okay. A lot of people aren't funny. That's like theirs to deal with.
Hey,
Wow.
what do our drinks say about us? Morgan's over here with a.
Body Armor Light,
Boring.
0 calorie. Oh wait, low calorie.
Caroline is
Zero
She's
just.
not just
sugar.
knocking on me now. Take
no,
that, Morgan.
Jacob. Yeah, it's not just you.
Not just,
It's
I
all
feel
of
better
us.
now.
I got myself a Gatorade Light, which is controversial in its own right.
Does that have
Apparently
dyes in it?
tastes terrible.
Probably. Jacob is with his
I don't know if you can see or not, but I have Starry.
Oh, we can see that thing all right.
not sponsored.
And I will say this: Starry and Sprite taste different. So if you agree with that, say something.
Really?
Please, 'cause, yeah,
I'll
Starry's
need to try
sweeter.
that then.
It's sweeter.
Oh my goodness, Sprite is already sweet.
Oh no, it's not. It's dull, is how I describe it.
If Jacob drinks this whole
It's
2
only got
liter,
40
Dole
grams
lime.
of sugar. It's
if
not
he drinks
sweet.
this whole 2 liter during this live stream, he will have devoured 40. There's
There's-
6.
Don't dare me.
40 times 6.
40 times 6
What's-
grams?
That's
240
240
What you guys don't
grams
know
of
is
sugar.
Paul. He
Wow.
dropped out of math class after 7th grade.
This is
now
getting
we're all
really
now we're all
salty.
Wow,
knocking on each
everyone's
other.
being savage.
And then Caroline has
I don't know how
her.
I feel about
Gin and
this.
tonic.
No, it's iced
I'm
coffee.
kidding. I'm kidding. God forbid someone drink alcohol. Not really. Not really. They're-
Hold on now. Whoa. Wow. No.
It's iced. It's international delight. Iced
I said I'm
coffee.
soft-spoken
It's
tonight.
Morgan's.
Before Morgan gets to the next topic,
Well, I'm kind of wondering if we should skip my topic since we talked about both Halloween and horror movies and just go on to the next.
we should let's just cover it quickly.
Yeah, they were so long.
I was just gonna say this. In the
What?
live.
You're.
Hold on. In the live chat, you guys comment whose drink would you be most likely to drink? Like, who are you resonating with the most? Drink choice: Body Armor Light, Gatorade,
Kiwi strawberry.
Gator Light Zero.
Or
Jacob's
iced
over here
coffee.
struggling with his Starry Lemon Lime or ice.
I'm just waiting for like the largest belch known to
True.
human.
Oh no!
True.
Keep it in your mouth.
Get him a cup. Get him a bowl. Get him a bowl.
Nobody's moving anywhere.
Swallow.
There's too many wires all over this place.
Or Caroline with her iced coffee. Right?
Yes, I already said it.
Iced
like,
coffee.
literally
Alright.
10
Wait,
minutes.
Let us
Morgan,
know.
I think that you
9/11.
should still do yours because that's not fair.
Next topic.
I mean, I'm fine with
If
not
anyone,
doing
the
it.
short straw should suffer.
That is a champ move right there.
Listen, I'm kind when I want to be.
Oh,
All right, Morgan, go. What's our topic for next topic?
all right, guys. Well, this is kind of heavy, if I'm being honest. No, it's not heavy, but it is heavy. It's gonna
We
make a
need to
lot
be
of people
serious.
mad.
That's
Oh,
okay.
wow.
That's
I
good.
think we've already
Oh.
made a decent amount of people mad,
Honestly,
Listen.
yeah.
especially
whole
Jacob's
video.
positions.
This whole video really is shaking everybody.
I still love Jesus.
making me mad. That's what we're talking about.
So,
Go ahead, Morgan. Everyone, I don't want to hear one drop of laughter as we move into
I
Morgan's
don't
serious
laugh.
topic.
Ever.
And not one belch from Jacob.
all right. So, something that the Lord, I feel like, has been stirring back up in me lately is to speak more on just my testimony of what he's done in my life. And so at the beginning of September, I got to lead worship, and it ended up actually being, I don't want to say the word because I don't want to get demonetized, but national.
Oh, take
And
Take
yes,
your own life day?
yes. And the Lord just really spoke to me about like just being bold in sharing your testimony, because we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. And so I got to share about that, and I didn't even know that it was that national day or whatever until like I had shared with the worship team what I was going to speak on, and then it like came up and I was like, whoa, what? So what are you all doing?
Jacob's.
They
I
are
was
like
trying to read, and I'm
iPad
over here about to-
children.
I'm
Don't
an
lump
iPad
me-
kid.
They can't look away.
No, Morgan, you keep going, guys. Jacob was looking at some comments, and guys, we will be getting to super chats quickly. Like those will be priorities, but keep going,
Yes.
Morgan.
But anywho, whether this ends up being a full-on topic or I just share a quick minute
Love
of
it.
this,
Love it.
I just want to say, I guess all of September was like National Awareness Month for like, you know. So, I just want to say that like the Lord brings freedom, and he is more powerful than anything we can ever wrap our minds around. And for anyone out there struggling with depression, or thoughts of ending your own life, or whatever it might be, I want you to know that you're not alone, and that the Lord is with you, and there is freedom. Like you can have true, genuine freedom from these things. I carried it. For those of you who maybe don't know my testimony, I lived in a very dark, deep depression for over 7 years of my life. And actually, yeah, way over 7 years of my life. I was on heavy medication for 7 years of my life. And that medication specifically is just what I want to mention. You don't have to live on that for the rest of your life. If you do, totally okay. And that's between you and God. And it doesn't make you weaker. It doesn't make you lesser than. But I just want to be the voice, because there really is rarely a voice that tells you this is not forever.
Yeah.
Depression is not forever. Carl can testify to that as well.
Sure can.
Like depression does not have to be forever. Being on medication does not have to be forever. You are not weaker when you struggle with depression. You are not pathetic or further from God. We live in a fallen world, and life is poo-poo sometimes, and but the Lord is good, and he is stronger, and we have power and authority to crush the head of the serpent. And so even if just one person hears that tonight, that's what matters. But yeah, so that was my topic of just, you can be free of depression. Agree or disagree?
I love how we can go from fun and sassy to something really serious.
Yeah. And important.
Yeah.
Very important.
Yeah.
Anyone want to weigh in on that one?
No, I mean, I just want to like validate what Morgan said. Like, just with my own testimony, that, you know, I was on SSRIs or antidepressants for like almost a decade. And I remember, you know, sometimes like the Lord calls us out of those things dramatically, and sometimes it's a process. And for one of my sisters, who you guys might remember, Lucille, she just felt the Lord, and I'm not offering medical advice, and you need to talk to your doctor. So just don't do what I'm talking about. But this is just another testimony. You know, she just felt like the Lord had called her off of her medication, and she stopped taking it, just like that. And he had a grace on her life, and she was fine. For me, it was different.
Praise
it was
the Lord.
Yeah.
It was Not this August, but August of 2022, or well, I guess it would have been June of 2022 that I just felt like the Lord was just like, Caroline, these were not meant to be your forever, and you are in a much different place now than you were when you started on them, and I'm really sorry. Nobody told you that this didn't have to be the rest of your life.
Wow.
Seriously.
Really.
Wow.
And, and he just was like, and so I don't know. I had just this sort of profound awareness that it was time. And I had actually I had been on 2 separate antidepressants at one point in my life and ended up back in 2019 weaning off of one. So this is really a process technically that's been going on since 2019. But I went to a doctor and just asked, if it was okay, if there was a way I needed to do it. And I mean, she told me to do exactly what I was thinking about doing anyways, which was just kind of doing it every other day and then whatever. And so by August of 2022, I ended up completely, getting off of all of my, antidepressants. And it was just, it was crazy. Like I would go to sleep and I wouldn't have to take this pill. And I remember thinking there's like a weird freedom in it, like you were like not held back. Cause my worry at the time was that I wasn't going to have a doctor to prescribe it for me. Yeah. And I was really, really worried about that. Yeah. And so just like to not have to worry about these things. But all that to say, it's been, I guess, a little over a year now. And, God is freeing his loved ones from depression, from anxiety. And I think that that's such an important message for our generation specifically. And includes you. But seriously.
Wait. I'm a different generation than both of y'all.
Literally, I am on the cusp of millennialism, so I don't want to hear.
We're all the same generation.
You wish me.
But no, really, it.
Are you guys really trying to say that we're different generations?
I mean, not generation.
What? No.
She's talking about you're talking about millennials,
like Gen Z?
and
yeah.
Oh,
you guys
okay.
are Gen Z, and we're millennials.
Stop! Literally, stop it right now. No, but I mean, for both of our categories of timelines,
1,000%, Carl.
It's such a huge thing, and I think that
what
I was going through was situational, and no one told me that it was situational anxiety, that it was situational depression. They just told me I had a chemical imbalance and I needed to fix it.
Right.
And come to find out that wasn't necessarily the truth. So anyways, there's freedom and God is good.
Amen.
Love it. All right, guys, before we get on to the next topic, thank you guys for sharing, by the way. Morgan, pull up our first super chat of the live string. This was given during the tail end of the last topic before it got heavy.
Right.
It says, last P&M After Dark was Paul and Morgan at each other. Today it's Jacob and Caroline.
Oh.
Did you guys anticipate this was going to happen?
Goodness gracious.
I will know because we kind of talked about it.
No, I did.
We had talked about horror movies at one point, like the last time we were together.
Yeah, and you just knocked it. Boom, boom, boom.
Exactly. So I mean, I knew.
That's why I said I'm gonna be soft spoken. I'm not here to.
I said okay.
Hey, I will be a moderator. If things get too out of hand, I'm just gonna shut it down.
But again, I said, brothers and sisters in Christ.
Listen, why you're remembering transgressions? Don't remember the past.
But you did though make up for what you did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Literally.
No,
made up for your saltiness.
No. Yeah.
All right.
I guess.
Hey, thank you for the first super chat of the live stream. We greatly appreciate super chats, and we will get to those quickly.
Archon, shout out! Thank you for your super chat, and happy birthday to Anthony.
Guys, Anthony is
turning 33.
Hopefully, it was okay to tell your age, Anthony.
Well,
Anthony is known and loved on this channel. He's been a patron for a while, and he is just a great blessing.
And he helped us get this set up, y'all. Like, he told me exactly what to get, and that's what I did.
So instead of singing the full happy birthday, let's just sing the last 2 lines. Happy birthday, dear Anthony. Happy birthday to you. All right, Anthony, happy birthday.
Why was Paul so serious about that?
Happy birthday, Anthony. We're glad you're here. Wish him a happy birthday, and thank you for your super chat, Anthony.
All right, next topic.
Who's
Jacob,
got the next topic? Jacob.
But first, guys, if you haven't given this video a thumbs up, give it a thumbs up. Come on.
Right now.
Come on.
Wait, how many are we at?
Keep it
We're
going.
at 67 thumbs up.
Okay, well, you guys are less
We went
lame
up
than you
30
were
in
before.
like the past.
Yes.
Is that right? 10?
Yeah,
we're
give
moving
it
in
a
the right
thumbs up
direction.
if you've forgotten. It really helps you guys. Seriously, we're gonna have to quit our whole channel if you guys don't give this video a thumbs up. Thanks.
For real, though.
Okay, Jacob, what is our next topic on
Yes.
the agenda?
Okay. Before I bring this up, this is more conversational. There's no debate with this one.
Praise
This
God.
is
like all-
Praise God.
Because it's just kind of what you've
So we
experienced.
think.
And also,
I can
want to hear
debate.
what the chat has to say on this from their own experiences or what they
I like how
every
you're
Sunday.
I like how
Ooh.
you're getting the chat involved.
I'm
Yeah,
intrigued.
absolutely. So, what do
Shitty
you
chat.
guys think is the most excused sin in the church?
Gluttony.
Why would you
we are
do that to us,
going
Jacob?
there.
We are
Why
going
would you do that
Shout out
to
to
us?
a friend for this too. I won't mention the name, but
Oh, we know.
Is it someone you were talking to
Actually,
today?
I have no idea who it is.
potentially we won't.
Someone
drop
that
the
you
name,
were
though.
talking to before
will
before
not
coming
drop
here.
the name.
We won't drop the name.
All
My
right.
best friend.
Oh, okay.
All right,
It was
so
who I thought.
The question is, what do you guys feel like is the most, and we want you guys to write in the chat, what do you guys feel like is the most excused sin
I already love what I'm seeing.
This will be so
Can I-
interesting.
in the
Can I-
church?
can I
Wait,
say-
let's start over here with
Okay.
Morgan. Morgan, you start us off and we'll walk
Yeah, Carl, you've started every time.
over. Yeah, Carl.
Well, I guess I just have those good things to say.
You have that effect.
I just don't want anyone to steal mine, but I feel like it's gonna be stolen.
Morgan, start us off the most excused sin in the
This is
church.
hard, you guys.
Wait, what if on the
there's
count
a
of
lot.
3 we all say what we think?
I kind of
Wait.
like that. I'm not
Wait,
gonna
1,
lie.
2, 3, and
That's
then
the
we
only
say
thing
the
I've
same.
agreed
That's a
with
good
you
one.
on
Thank you.
tonight.
Okay, hold on.
Thank
Guys,
you.
guys,
That's
It's
the
the
only thing
one
I've
thing,
agreed
so
with.
we'll go with it.
can I think on mine
Jacob's
for? Can you
agreed
guys give me 5 seconds?
Yeah, 5 seconds.
What, 5,
Stop.
4,
Stop. Stop.
3, 2.
Stop.
Wait, when are we saying it?
Give me a second to think on mine.
In a
I
second.
didn't know if we were saying on the
He
countdown
hasn't
or
come
we
up with his, but
Do,
we
do,
will on
do,
the countdown.
All right, got it.
All right.
All right.
Morgan, count us down.
Does everyone have it?
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Gluttony.
Gluttony.
You said gluttony?
We said gluttony.
That's a good one. I agree with that, too.
What'd you say?
Gossip.
What'd you say?
Divorce.
Oh.
Wow. Dude,
Those are
All
all-
these are hot.
all 4 of these just went hot.
Hot.
These just went white
I'm
hot.
gonna have to
Hot.
air out my microphone.
Wow. Okay, hey Jacob, you want to read what some people are saying in the chat?
On
Yeah,
that
I'm-
spicy
Absolutely.
note, time to whip out the pumpkin spice.
I'm gluten free.
Cupcakes. Yeah, Carl's gluten free randomly all of a sudden.
Not randomly.
at that.
Glyphosates
Look at
are
that.
killing you.
Jacob, what are some people saying in the chat?
What are some people saying?
Well, Morgan, while he's
What am I
finding
supposed
those,
to do? Who am I supposed to?
just see what
Wait,
people
can
are.
I see
what
what
people
I
are
look
saying.
like on that?
Morgan, can you pull up the super chats real quick as we get into this one?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We're seeing a lot of gossip. I've seen gossip more than anything.
I
in this.
did not expect the gossip to be the top, like one of the top ones. I really didn't.
Who wants one?
Premarital sex. That's a good one.
I thought about
I've only seen one of those. Divorce.
I thought about mentioning that one.
Divorce, gossip,
Anyone?
Anyone
and
say gluttony?
Those are like the 3.
Okay.
Of course.
Speaking
I'm
of
gonna-
gluttony,
Are those gluten free?
sadly I don't
Divorce,
think so.
gluttony.
We're gonna
I was
really
just-
we're
I
gonna really
was
see
just
how
inquiring.
gluten free Caroline truly
I-
is.
I'm that gluten free.
I'm that gluten free.
So
See
what
a little bit of
what would you
pride.
say the most that people are saying are like? What are the 2 top ones people are saying?
Definitely gossip. Everybody. I feel like I've seen that so many times. And then, well, now all the premarital sex is coming.
Timmy
at
Jesus
first
Rick,
it was
thank you for your
it was
super chat.
divorce and gossip. Those were the 2 main.
Okay.
Well, let's hit a few of these. Let's get to the super
Divorce and
chats
gossip.
first, though.
Completely love the stream setup, y'all. I also love it when Christians discuss a heavy topic like depression and things that come with that.
Amen.
Amen.
Tim-
Thanks,
Thank
Timmy.
you, Timmy.
Hey,
you rock.
Timmy's another MVP here on the channel. Shout out to you, Timmy, and thank you for your super chat.
What's that smell like?
Morgan, go up a little bit. I saw one,
What's
one
that
more
smell like?
above.
She's asking what it smells like.
I'm just curious.
Is
What's that reel from like Kourtney Kardashian? She's like, I can't eat it, but how good is it to smell it? That's how I feel right now.
Lydia Craft, thank you so much. Patron as well. Shout out.
Thank you, Lydia.
Prayers to all who deal with these issues. Amen. Thank you, Lydia.
thank you, Lydia.
Was that it, babe, or were there other ones that I missed?
Oh, that was it. That was it
Okay.
that I saw. All right, so let's just very quickly, because that was a very interesting question, Jacob. Jacob,
was a good question.
before we just very briefly expound on why we chose the one we did, why did you feel?
Where'd you get these from?
Literally, they're from a plastic
shop at Target?
box. Calm down.
Okay, don't give us those eyes.
Occasionally.
You shop at
Why,
Target?
Jacob? Why did you
Not
feel?
during the month
I thought you
of-
were a Meyer person though.
Well, I am.
Why did you feel so inclined to ask
You
this
can get
question?
good fish at my
This question, Jacob. What compelled you?
Because I don't think it's addressed enough. I'll be honest. Why are we letting things like this slide? So we don't hurt people's feelings. That's why. And because
Do
we
you
want
think
to
it's
look for the
people's
approval
feelings?
of people. We don't want to. We don't want to offend anybody. And it's not. And I think there's a difference between. And I'm not trying to be rude, but one of the main reasons is somebody brought this up to me. Like I said, and I was like, man, that's really good. And then I started thinking, there's obviously more than one, but I feel like gossip, divorce, pride could be one. What was gluttony? Like those are very prominent in the
Yeah.
church, and I don't think they're addressed really that much now. And the question is why? Like, are we afraid that we're gonna?
Man.
There has to be a
Because
balance.
it would mean that
there
we
has
would have
be
to.
a balance
It'd
of
mean
grace
that we
and
would have to
truth.
change our own lifestyle.
Mm,
Like,
yeah,
like it'd
people
mean
are afraid
that
of change, yeah.
preachers and yeah.
And there has to be, when you do it, a balance of truth and grace. And that's in anything you do in life as a Christian. And so even with this, we can't be afraid to do it because we're afraid to hurt somebody's feelings. We have to do it out of love and also
Right.
looking out for that person's spirit. Like, hey, I want to see you grow richer in spirit and grow closer to your Heavenly Father. And you're doing this wrong. And it's not because it's your opinion, right? It's because the Word. And that's what we want to fall back on.
Yeah, I think that a lot of it is, like you said, Carl, we would have to change our own lives, pastors, leaders, etc. And also, the grace card has been pulled so much of, well, we're all sinners, so what are we gonna do? Like, I can't get on anyone for doing this when I'm a sinner myself. Like,
Passivity is
You're-
not grace.
yeah.
Wow.
And you hear people
Carl.
talk about the plank in your own eye, so you can't.
Yeah.
And I feel like people use that as an escape, and it's like, oh, I can't do this because I got a plank.
Everything's taken out of out of context. That's
Yeah.
scripture.
Yeah.
Carl, can you say that quote again?
Yeah, no, passivity is not grace.
Amen.
Love it.
That's
Sit on that for a
true.
second. Yeah, I love it. I think you just said it, Morgan. We don't really want to be held accountable for the sin that we're allowing to linger in our own lives. So it's such like I wouldn't dare judge so and so. It's
Yeah.
just
Laughing at Jacob.
really, you're really gonna laugh at Jacob right now. Well,
He's got to wash his
and
pumpkin
his
muffin
giant
down with
baba.
some tasty
Jacob does
sweet
it.
Sprite.
Sweet on sweet.
Does
That was
it
really good, Morgan.
does
They
it
are really
concern
good.
you at all to think about how much sugar you've taken in so far?
No, not really. I mean, I don't do this I really don't do this on a nightly basis.
You
I did
want
this for the
another?
memes. I'll be honest.
He does it on a daily basis, not a nightly basis. It's a daily one.
You want another, Jacob?
I really don't, huh?
You want another?
While we talk
Yeah.
about gluttony,
I do.
So was it? Wait, what would you rank this pumpkin cupcake 1 out of 10?
What's a 10? Give me a definite.
Why does
give me
Jacob
a
have the
food.
iPad?
Give me a,
He's got
yeah.
the
Why
question
does
is-
Jacob has the
Carl have the
iPad.
question is,
iPad?
why doesn't Jacob have the iPad?
Jacob has the iPad, the Bible, a giant starry drink, and he's about to
And
get
I've
a
got
cup-
my own
cupcake.
server here giving me a cupcake. And you're asking me a question. What is it again?
What would you rank this 1 out of 10? 10 being perfection, 1 being horrible.
Get it away.
Just what would you rank it though?
Well, can you give me a 10? What would a 10 be?
10 would
Paul.
be literally the perfection.
Give me a
please don't
food item.
say. Please don't say like a cupcake.
Nothing is a
I need a
10. Nothing.
Like it would be
Well, what's
just
a 9?
out of this
just out
world.
of goodness.
The last thing that was a
Out
10
of
was
goodness,
the
I love
forbidden
pumpkin
fruit.
pie. It's a little notched down pumpkin pie. It's probably like a
just on a scale of 1 to 10, how good is it? A 6?
6.8.
Okay, so 6.8.
Why are you
You're touching my chin.
Good enough to have another one, but not like out of this world.
That is the strangest thing I've ever heard.
I'm not gonna go buy these. They're not that good, but they're good enough in the
They're
moment to
pretty
where
good, Jacob.
I'm not gonna. They're not good enough to where I'm gonna go. Like I'd rather just go get a pumpkin pie.
Oh,
You
interesting.
know. I'm serious about this.
I would never buy a pumpkin pie in my life.
Morgan, what would you rank those pumpkin
I don't know.
treats?
You don't know.
I wouldn't buy them again, but they are very good.
You'd go higher than a 6.8?
I'd probably 7.
7
Oh,
for you.
maybe I would. If
Well,
I was
we're-
having a pumpkin spice theme night.
All right, Caroline, give us a few. You got it, boss. Give us a few of what people are chiming in, and then we'll get to the final short straw of the night.
You mean like what people are like.
Yeah, just what are people saying?
Hannah had a good comment about like the plank or whatever. She said, if you take the plank out of your own eye, you can see clearly. To take the speck out of your brother's, it means if you are actively taking your sin to Jesus, you can help your brother with their sin. You're not perfect.
Amen.
But
Amen. There it is. The correct context.
and then Timmy, Jesus freak,
Finally.
said with his super chat,
You gotta pull up that super chat.
Yeah, pull it up.
Thank you, Timmy.
I've
Whoa,
seen
nine ninety nine. Timmy, thank you for your generosity, bro.
It's probably because of me.
Wow.
He said, I've seen all too often people in my own friendship circles not only gloss over the pride of others, but laugh at it when said individual makes fun of others and it's not talked about enough, and speak down to others. Yeah.
Not only gloss over. Timmy, thank you for your generosity. Greatly appreciate it, and appreciate your insight as well.
Yes.
Jacob just said he's got to pee.
Someone
So-
said that about
Jacob, why don't you go get yourself cleaned up and go pee,
Oh no, I'm
you
fine.
a mess.
and then you can come back out.
No, I'm fine. I'm not leaving.
You're not gonna leave?
Nope.
If you need to go pee, you can go pee, dude.
Oh, it ain't that bad.
It's still definitely on your chin.
It's yeah.
That's what happened.
Jacob's one continuous meme.
I
tonight.
wish that.
Wait, go ahead,
I
Carl.
had a napkin for you, but alas,
okay,
I
take
do
care
not.
of
Dun, dun, dun.
Sorry that Jacob is so distracting.
Just can't
Oh,
anywhere
People
else
probably can hear
I'd
me.
be.
okay, Carl's singing.
It's to that point. No one's really saying anything crazy.
All right, move on. Next topic.
All right,
Your
Carl.
topic,
Shoot.
Carl.
The short straw. You
Yeah,
better
the
have
short
come up.
I'm
straw
done.
that-
Okay, well,
that didn't
so
come up with anything.
my topic it was gonna be, I guess, is gonna be, like friendships, and like I think personally that friendship breakups are harder than like breakups, and so I just kind of wanted to dissect that.
Interesting.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
Morgan's
I'm a
literally
little
putting me
confused.
on a timer right now because that's how sick she is.
I'm a little confused.
We're just gonna start
Wait.
a
Like so, like when
stopwatch.
you break up with a
Yeah.
friend, like that
Mhm.
friendship ends.
It's
That,
over.
that is harder
Oh, okay.
than like when you break up with like a boyfriend or a girlfriend.
Oh, I've never really heard anybody address that. I guess.
I want to know what the live chat says. Do they agree with that? Do you guys
Carl, that's a
agree?
very lofty claim.
No, okay. So the reason I say that is because for like a guy, for me, it's kind of like, okay, well,
By
that
the way,
just it wasn't.
Caroline and Jacob are both single. I just want to put that out there. They're both single. Continue.
It's been the continual theme in your guys' channel since my existence on it. Nothing's changed. Believe me, you guys will know when it does.
Their
But
Instagrams are linked below.
but no,
Story
okay.
for
So I
another
think that
time.
though, because like, especially with girl friendships, I feel like we develop like really close, insane.
Stop. Stop.
Okay, I'm on a timer, guys.
Oh, go.
is.
Hurry, go.
Selfish. I don't know. I feel like we developed like these really, really close like bonds. And I don't know, for like breaking up like with a guy.
Stop him. Someone stop him.
He stopped. He stopped.
Okay,
I'm
I want
We
my
will
time to
give
be
you more
paused.
time.
I want
We
more
will give you
time.
more time. Yes.
I want more time.
Continue.
No,
Get it together, boy.
this is really
not me, it's
embarrassing.
him.
I'm listening. I was talking.
Thank you. You know what? You're the only one I care
Yeah,
about anyway.
We're all that matters.
It's
right
really
now.
true. We are the ones that are holding
I'm
this
here. I'm
channel
locked in.
together.
I'm locked in.
He's locked in.
You got all 100 of them. I'm here.
All right. But anyways, I think it's harder because when you break up
He's
with a
crying.
when you break up with a boyfriend, or that's like things end. In my mind, I'm like, okay, it's just the Lord, like keeping me from whatever I,
Yes. Yes. But with girls,
But with girls, it's like
you're like, why, God?
it's hurtful. I
Right.
remember, like you and I both have gone through pretty intense like
Yeah.
girlfriend. Can you tell him to walk away, Morgan?
Oh, what's wrong?
No, I know. No one's
what's
gonna
wrong?
keep going. No one can keep going.
It's just how weird it is that he's drinking. The way he's drinking out of that giant thing.
Yeah, but it's been done for a while.
No, but the last one where he just went like this. So goofy. He's doing it on purpose. He's doing it on purpose.
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm thirsty.
We're just gonna stop that stopwatch.
That-
was
Just go,
ridiculous.
Carl. You are
Good
you
luck.
are really saying some good stuff.
You haven't listened.
I
Jordan,
literally-
Paul,
I-
you don't know.
All right.
I can't.
We'll keep talking about it. Agreed, Carl. Yes.
Mhm.
I think that girl-friend relationships
Give me the iPad.
are so much. Are so
I
much.
want to know what people are saying. This is hilarious.
So breaking up with your girlfriends are worse than breaking up with a boyfriend. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
What was your motive behind bringing that up? Is that like something that somebody?
hey,
thought-
the
did you talk about that
topics
recently?
are
Or something? 'Cause
allowed.
I've never really.
Well,
thought about
no,
that.
I know Morgan and I have like talked about friendship before and like sustaining friendships, but like you can't really talk about that without like acknowledging like friendships that have gone like bad, and we both have had pretty intense like friendship breakups. And so I was just thinking like in my like my high school boyfriend, that breakup was nowhere near as awful as my friend's breakup. Like
Wow. That's
ever,
dang.
especially when it's like multiple people too.
How
like
long were you with the boyfriend?
we
with
were
the actual-
technically, this is all very strange. We were homeschooled. It was a very strange situation. Technically 2.5 years.
How long
Wow.
were you friends with the friendship?
We were like 3 years.
So do you think part of that plays just like the length?
But it was
of-
pretty close, though. It
No.
was pretty close. Link.
I don't
that's
I
true, I
don't
guess.
yeah, I don't think it's the length. I think it's like the deepness. Like there are ways that I go deep with like a girlfriend that I would
Oh.
not do with a
Okay.
boyfriend.
I see what you mean.
Not at least in the same ways. And like girls, we just attach
Well,
to
like
each other.
sharing certain things.
Yeah,
that you wouldn't
yeah,
wanna
yeah.
Share with a boyfriend.
Are they
unless you're
agreeing
married.
with you?
Um,
No. Are they agreeing with you in the chat? Because I guess my initial reaction is
some people are saying I agree.
I would personally I would say it's harder when it's with like a serious boyfriend or girlfriend. So I would see it differently personally, but maybe it's more of a female thing.
I think that friend breakups for a girl, for me anyways, are just really devastatingly hard. Like there's one that I think back on from 4th grade and I've still heard about it.
There you go.
Is that legit?
It's legit.
What?
Okay,
You're trolling
but that
us.
was
You're
a
trolling us, right?
really, really, really traumatic thing for me.
You're
and
trolling us,
it
right?
wasn't our
That's not
fault that
real.
we had to end our friendship. So
You're trolling us, right?
Those are very, no, I'm being dead
Yeah,
serious.
I don't know. I think
There's no way you're
someone.
being dead
I mean,
serious.
they're kind of
She's
agreeing.
being sarcastic. I don't like it.
I
She is
mean,
being
dead serious.
She's being serious.
4th grade?
Yes.
See, someone said I would think
I
that
don't-
you'd
I
get
don't
deeper
like
in
this.
conversation with a boyfriend or a girlfriend than with a
No.
friend.
This is not-
serious,
She's being dead serious, Jacob.
Stop.
We were
You're
friends.
doing the
from,
thing.
No, I actually know what she's talking about. That's
we
why.
we were friends from kindergarten to 4th grade, and
Those are some really formative years.
they are, and
Seriously.
our friendship was ripped apart because of her parents. Very long, dark story, but yeah, I still am broken over that.
People are
I'm
still talking
healed,
about
but
divorce.
like
Yeah.
it hurts.
That's interesting, Carl. That is an interesting one that I have just kind of taken for granted.
Yeah.
But I guess I could see how it would be extremely painful.
I just like it was my junior year of college when it happened, and I just remember agonizing like in a way that I hadn't with a boyfriend, and I was just like, oh my gosh. And that is actually really why Morgan and I became so close, because it was after
So kind of a rebound.
that was
I'm the
you're
rebound.
my rebound girl, but you're my rebound for a long time, for a long time.
Yeah, rebound for life.
For life.
Give me that iPad.
No. I
right.
feel like you've lost iPad privileges.
All right, guys, let's
Wind it down.
see.
Can you want to take a few questions from the audience?
Closing thoughts.
Just kind of
Maybe just like closing things of what they're saying.
to the audience, to our audience, what are any kind of final questions? They can be
It could
having
be about
to do.
anything.
Yeah, they can be the 4 topics that were brought up today, or they can be just fun, maybe addressed to Caroline, to Jacob, to
Someone
any of us.
thinks that you guys are setting Jacob and I on a blind date.
Oh, well, they're very different in age,
That's
so that's
the age
no.
gap is.
I was about to say, I don't think people
Wow.
understand the age gap. I feel like that needs to be explained
It's
right
not
now.
that bad.
He's like 12.
I'm not gonna. I actually really appreciate that because most people tell me because I look older than what I am, so I actually do appreciate that.
You're welcome.
I won't get that.
Oh my goodness.
No, what you're no for real though. You're 19.
No, 18.
See, he's an infant.
I'm a baby.
I'm an infant. Why isn't he drinking from the sippy cup?
Should we have made him? We had the
You
sippy
should have
cup.
just like put together some formula real quick for him.
Oh,
Oh my.
Jacob.
I wonder how old Chad thought I was.
So there's like
here's
what?
a comment.
Is that 7 years?
Saju,
7 year
Saju,
difference.
Saju Raid. I'm sorry, I definitely got it. Christians are extremely ignorant about Satan's plot and plans. Wake up, Morgan.
Wake up, Morgan.
Yeah, wake up,
You better
Morgan.
wake up right now. You better wake up.
I need to wake
That was
up.
a joke.
That was
Don't look at me.
that was
No, I know.
intense.
It's just
Morgan, how are you doing?
late. I'm getting
How are you doing
tired.
after
Can't
just,
handle
After all that shit.
Morgan? How are you doing after being called out like that?
I'm doing.
Are you okay?
I'm
I feel like
doing okay.
you guys can't see this on the camera, but there are beads of sweat coming down her forehead. She knows. She feels the
Dripping down my
conviction.
forehead. I guess my question is, wake up about what? Is it like the horror movies, the Halloween? Is it because I'm not willing to make like a super intense stand? Trust me, you guys. There's so many things I'm willing to make a very hard stance on,
And she does.
and I do. And if you know me for more than 10 minutes, you know that more than 5 minutes, you know that. So I feel okay about not waking up. I'm wide awake, but
Technically,
I'm
to be-
barely sleeping.
To be fully awake would be woke. Would be to be woke.
Yeah, I can't be too awake. I don't want to be woke.
Hey, shout out to GoFundMe's. Good to see you on here. He says
Woohoo.
that burn, Carl. Carl's had a few burns in
And
this.
I don't even mean to, you guys. I get sassy on camera, and I don't even mean to.
Well,
So I'm
it's
sorry.
it has ended up being a conversation where there were some different viewpoints, and so we saw the passion just kind of spill out.
I'm nothing if not passionate.
This is true. This is true.
Let's see. I'm sure. Okay, guys, let's get to a few more, and then we'll do our final.
sorry.
We'll do our final question of the stream, and we better have a good final question of the stream. You guys know how it works.
Yeah. Don't be lame.
Yeah.
How many likes are we
I
at,
mean,
by the
we
way?
haven't really decided if we were going to do that for P&M After
Oh,
Dark,
well, that's
but-
Morgan. I'm gonna leave that in your circle.
Well, I don't really care, so
I feel like if they give us a reason to, if they give us good enough, then we will.
I'm going to put these back on.
Oh.
I like hearing your all's
Okay,
voices in my ears.
Mary Elizabeth is in the live chat as well. Good to see you here, Mary Elizabeth.
Mary Elizabeth.
Another patron.
How does it feel? Never mind.
all-star.
Elizabeth is what we call her.
We call her
Elizabeth. I have a Mary. My sister's Mary Elizabeth. So
It's true.
Nice. Shout out to all the patrons on the live stream right now. You guys, it's super cool to get to know you all on
right.
top, like further than just here on YouTube. Thank you guys for supporting us on Patreon. Huge blessing. If you guys want to become patrons, y'all know patreon.com/PaulMorganShow.
The Archon says, tell Paul to stop using his middle finger to scroll on the iPad. I feel violated.
Oh, come on, dude.
y'all.
Meanie.
Um,
Bad boy.
let's see, you guys. Let's see if there's anything else that needs to be addressed.
Still alive, but I'm barely breathing.
Just pray to God
That I do believe in. I have no idea why that song just came
I
to my
got
head.
time while she got freedom.
You guys better believe that when I would sing that song in the past, that I would sing it praying to a God that I do believe in.
But when a heart breaks, no, it's on breaking.
I mean, Elizabeth, I need to change my username here to honor you two.
Exactly. Yes, you do.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah, we can do a final. We can do a final
So if
question of the chat.
so, if Jacob is 18, how old is Carl? Hey, I didn't ask it. This was the Archon.
What a rude question.
Tell him, Carl.
Can I guess? Because I actually don't know.
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
you really
yeah,
would guess in
yes.
this in front of a live audience? You'd guess a woman's age?
Oh,
Oh, come on. I am young enough that it
Here
is
we
not
go again,
actually
Paul.
offensive.
I'm not afraid to offend anybody.
Your accent just came out. Your country accent.
Yeah, he does when I get angry. Not angry.
Wow.
Just angry.
Not
Jacob
angry,
is
just
angry.
passionate.
He's angry.
Passionate. Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm gonna do good with this because okay.
Guess.
Let me do
Guess.
some numbers
Guess.
here.
Guess.
Like Paul, I gotta count my fingers.
This is unbelievable, really.
Yeah, Paul does count on his fingers. It's really
This
embarrassing.
is really something. This is really turned into something.
You know what? I'm going for it.
All right. Go ahead.
24.
25.
That's a good
Wow.
Okay.
That was a, yeah. No, so I'm 25.
She's a 25.
That's a good guess. Yeah, that was very
It's
respectable.
always good if you go under.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's true.
It's always good if you go under.
even if it's one number, it
One
means
number.
a lot.
She went way
It
under
does.
on you, though.
Changes so much.
I
Lydia,
said 12.
thank you so much for your super chat.
We got another super chat in the house. Thank you, Lydia.
I think that a relationship between a man and a woman can tend not to be so deep because we prepare our hearts for in case a breakup.
Whoa.
Yes.
is
Hey,
that-
I
Girl.
think that's a really good way to put that. Wow.
Yeah. She's right.
No, that was really well articulated. Thank you for saying what I feel like I felt but didn't know how to.
There was a lot of wisdom
verbalize
in
that.
that comment
Yeah.
from Lydia.
The
For sure. Thank you, Lydia.
head on the nail. Nail on the head.
Nail on the head.
Nail on the head.
Jacob, we have Sean Bailey says, I just saw you were a wrestling fan, Jacob. Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I am a wrestling fan. I love wrestling.
As soon as he came in the door, he was like, Paul, let's wrestle.
That is not true. But
Why do you have to make this so weird, Carl?
Why would that be weird? Two bros wrestling in the living room?
Why do you
6
have to
feet
do this,
apart.
Carl?
So random.
I do love wrestling. I don't know. Thank you.
Oh
Who was
my
it, Sean?
goodness.
All right, people are already. It was who was it? I've lost it. But people are. Oh yeah, Sean. Yeah.
Yes,
People
thanks,
are
Sean.
already trying to do a last question of the stream, but someone did just say thoughts on the Golden Bachelor. Or Savannah said, "Are you guys watching the
Oh,
Golden Bachelor?
boy.
Have you guys watched any of the Golden
Let me
Bachelor?"
just tell y'all.
I have no idea what that is.
I can't watch a show where the guy is like, I'm going to cry. Like, fixing his hearing aids and everything. Like,
Oh,
it makes
that's
me
age phobic. That is
no,
age
it
phobic.
makes me sad.
What is this?
I'm gonna cry.
The Golden Bachelor.
I'm not kidding, and I think about all these old ladies that are kind of like they've got to go home. Wow. Like these are old people, and like this is like probably their last shot at love. I can't. Like that's really hard for me.
It's kind of sad.
No, it is really sad.
Crying again.
They just go home with their canes, and they're.
Okay, none of these ladies have canes. Let me tell
That
you,
is
they are
true.
hopping and bopping and flopping around.
But still, like it's just like the concept of that is really difficult for me to wrap my mind around.
The Golden Bachelor it's the Bachelor show, but this year they did something different. They
It's
have
a 72-year-old man.
Why would I sign up for that?
Well, you wouldn't.
To
And
be
they
a
wouldn't take you.
Well,
They
I
want
know, but
60
why
or
would I
over.
try? That's
So
my
you have women that are on there that are 60 to like 74.
There was an 84-year-old one. That was Jimmy
Holy
Kimmel's aunt.
smokes!
All right, so clearly we watched the first
That's what I'm
episode.
saying. They're
By we, I mean Paul. I watched the first 5 minutes. It was like, I cannot. This is the dumbest, cheesiest, stupidest show I've ever seen in my life. I'm sorry for anyone out there that absolutely loves it. That's you do you. But Paul is seeming to become a fan of it.
Hey. Okay, I'm not a watcher of The Bachelor, but I was intrigued to see this 72-year-old man and how the interactions go with these older women. What it's like. I was intrigued.
just made me sad.
Oh, man.
Like I didn't get as sad as Carl, but I do see when I watched him send women home in the first rose, the rose ceremony. I genuinely it was like these women are desperate. I mean, they are.
Yeah,
desperate.
this is like their last chance.
It's a whole new level of
They'll
desperate.
get on some online dating website after this
Will
and
they?
find another man.
Will they, though?
Yeah. 100%.
Lindsay says, I'm dying. I love Carl. Carl, you definitely have a fan base.
Thank you guys. You know I love you too. I'm mean, but I love you.
Oh, wow.
I
Someone is
mean,
correcting me.
but
I
saying-
love ya.
Someone's, Maddie's saying it's ageist, not age phobic.
Well, that too.
Wow. Thanks.
Octavia says the show is really good and so sweet. Carl?
Yeah, unless you're the one getting sent home and you never have another chance.
Okay, thank you, Christina, for recognizing what I said. I thought it was hilarious, and like basically no one laughed here.
Wait,
What did you do?
what did you
I
say?
said they're hopping and bopping and flopping around
Oh, that's terrible.
Why was that funny?
That's inappropriate.
because they're old flabby skin.
Oh, Morgan.
Man.
But I'm kidding
I
because
didn't get.
none of them have flabby
I didn't
skin.
get
They're
that
all
at first, I guess.
beautiful.
Well, because we didn't think
And
Morgan
guess
would
what?
say that.
No, I never
Old-
thought that.
Old age skin
It's
is
unbelievable.
gorgeous. I love my mammal skin. I'm not even joking.
That's weird.
Would you say
I love
it's-
her skin.
would you
It's
say that it's
beautiful.
bopping and flopping, though?
Yeah, it is. I would tell her to her face, your skin's hopping and bopping.
I do. I love Mamaw, and I feel offended for her.
Wow.
Mama would laugh. She'd be like, "Yes, it is."
Guys, just disclaimer, though. At the end of the day, the Bachelor show is pretty stinking.
It's a no-go.
It's pretty inappropriate. And the way that they're being affectionate with multiple women they're not married to and vice versa and all that stuff, largely inappropriate.
I need
So
to be the
get
next
that.
Bachelorette. I think.
Why would you say that right
That's-
after I'm saying it's inappropriate?
Because
That
because
it's
I would
trash.
change it. I wouldn't do
Oh,
that.
yeah,
with
that's
her.
what every woman thinks.
I
That's what every
am-
man
It's
thinks.
literally different.
I'm a Christian. I'm gonna change it. And then guess what? You end up as the villain, Luke P.
Well, I'll be honest. Or that
Oh,
the villain,
right.
the Luke P. the villain,
or you end up gay, like what's his face? Colton.
Colton Underwood, or
What
hold
a
on.
wasted opportunity. Like
Okay, hold on.
I mean, truly.
If I'm remembering correctly, Hannah Brown started out saying like, "I'm gonna go in, be this Christian."
Yeah.
And she seems to. She was the winner.
She took up the fantasy suite.
And she so
I would
she
not.
Carl, I'm just saying. Oh wait, what's
I have
Carl is
literally no
motioning.
idea what you're saying.
Never mind.
We're just simply saying we probably would not advise that, Carl, for you to go and
Don't
try
do
to
it,
change
Carl.
the Bachelor.
But I feel
Yeah,
like I could.
don't we all?
Jacob, could she go on the Bachelor
Okay, why are you asking, Jacob?
and change it for the best?
No.
I have no. I. You know what, you guys? I'm gonna do it now.
These two are too blunt. Jacob and Caroline
No, I'm
together,
gonna do it
there's
now.
too much bluntness, Morgan.
It is a pickleball themed romance, and I will cheer them on for that.
Yeah, because they're so old, so because they can't play real tennis, and so they have to play pickleball.
Oh, she's tearing up again.
Hey, I play pickleball.
Well, that's
All right, guys, last question of the stream. It's that
Let's go.
time in the stream. Write them in. Get fun. Get quirky. Unusual questions or just fun questions. They can't be heavy, though. That's the one prerequisite. Last question of the stream. Write them in.
I will also
Please
be taking
hurry,
song
the
requests
story's
after
kicking in.
this.
Also, thank you for joining the wrong one. Oh yeah, there it is. The P&M After Dark.
That's kind of translucent.
That's such a nice
Yeah.
That reminds me
logo,
of
you
the-
guys.
It is so good.
What's the
We
the
paid
little-
so much money for that.
Yeah, I bet you paid like top dollar.
Top dollar.
My hands are
Top
star.
dollar.
That-
Just
see that
kidding.
star?
It was Carl. She did it for free.
You did.
She actually
What did it
took
remind
my
you of,
laptop
Jacob?
from me. It was
I
like,
asked.
let me do
I
this.
said,
I forgot
can I
there's,
take?
You know what I'm
And
talking
you were
about?
like,
The little guy on the
uh-huh.
star and like the movies like before.
The cow jumps over the moon?
What? No.
Oh, the star from like Shrek.
Joshua.
The DreamWorks.
DreamWorks. I don't know. That's
Thank
what
you,
that was
Joshua, so much for your super
Whoa,
chat. You
wow.
are so kind.
Wow, $20.
And thank you for your sweet question. Do you guys have a way to send money to support your ministry? Personally, not a fan of giving YouTube 30%. I know,
Wow.
right? 30%. Why do they get 30%?
Joshua.
It's like
We do have a Venmo, which is basically the only way that I can think of that they don't take anything.
Venmo is
The Paul and Morgan
obviously blesses
show.
us immensely. Also, Patreon is a immense
I also
blessing
take
as well.
private donations.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Caroline takes private donations. Hey,
But
seriously,
if you want to DM me,
guys,
No.
but seriously though,
Don't DM Carl.
hey,
but if you want to.
super chats are still a huge blessing, and thank you, Joshua,
Yeah,
for
thank
your
you so
generosity there. We greatly appreciate it. All right, who wants?
Anyone professing their love for me yet?
Okay, Morgan, who should find the last question to bring things home on? Who do you want to find it?
I don't know.
Not me.
Not
make-
Jacob.
Not me.
You make the call.
Just get it, babe.
All right, I'll
You've got
find it.
I'm your
Paul,
best
go for it.
friend.
Go for it,
What the
Paul.
heck?
Mark Moore's questions are always so
Mark.
like fascinating, but we're not going to go with this one, Mark.
Hurry,
but
Paul.
Mark
Sorry,
says,
Mark.
"What is your favorite river?"
We're not going to go
That's
with
such
that
an
one.
unusual.
The Rio Grande.
It's such an unusual question.
The Rio Grande. It's called the Rio Grande because it spans almost all of Texas.
All right, I got it. This one is a little bit of. You're gonna have to think about this one because this is such a vast question. But I like Konami's question.
Right.
Konami asks, and I want everyone weighing in on this. Morgan, pull it up.
I just see him saying Mississippi. Oh,
Konami,
cartoon character?
Konami asks. I think this is a good one. What cartoon
would.
character? Okay. What cartoon character do you think you are most like?
Everyone in the live chat has to respond to this as well. So
You guys.
Like what they think we're most like.
No.
No,
what
what
you guys
they're
think
most
you're
like.
most like?
and you say what you're most like.
But here's the thing, though. Cartoon character is any animated show, right?
I have mine and I have yours.
You have Jacob's?
Mine?
Oh.
I have no idea.
Wow, I
what
kind of want to
mine is.
hear.
I don't
I want to
actually-
hear
I'm
ours
curious.
for each other.
Wait, we have to pick.
It's kind
for
of a
each other. I
joke.
can't do that.
No,
No,
speak for
no.
yourself.
I just
But I
have
wanna hear
one
m-
that came to my
Okay.
mind. It's really not, but it's kind of
All right,
funny.
hold on. Take a second to think about it. I want to see you guys writing in who you guys think you're most like. Let me think of the popular ones. I'm like thinking like SpongeBob characters are the first things that come to mind. Hold on. Let me think through this.
Sam, thank you so much for your super
Morgan, is one
chat.
coming to your mind for
Keep
me?
preaching the word
Going
of
to the
God.
phone.
Love you guys.
Sam,
Zero
Sam,
is- or
hey,
co-
shout out
Really?
Sam. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you so much, Sam. We love you. Sorry, Konami, your super chat got cut
Popular
I'm gonna
off. I
cartoon.
mean,
Search.
your
I'm like
question.
thinking popular cartoon characters here.
Okay, it's gone. All right, I've got mine. Kim Possible, only because I like her.
You look a little bit like Kim Possible.
Kim Possible,
Call me, beat me if you want to reach me. If you want to
page
page me,
that's
that's
okay.
okay. Whenever you need me.
Jacob, how you feeling?
What just happened?
I don't actually know if I'm like Kim Kardashian.
You are exactly like him.
I am Kim Kardashian. I can't actually remember anything about that show, but I remember wanting to be like her very much so.
Mm-hmm.
So Kim Possible is my go-to. And for you,
Yeah, tell me.
I have one of the Powerpuff Girls, the blonde.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Those
What's her name? Bubbles? No.
I have no
What's
idea.
the pink one?
That.
No, I mean, okay, wait, no, Barbie. Pause. I'm literally Barbie.
Powerpuff. Oh, Barbie. All right, sure.
Wait, maybe not. I don't know.
better.
I get Sid the Sloth a lot. Like Lillian tells me I give her Sid the Sloth vibes all the time.
That's
I
hilarious.
got mine. I got to look.
Jacob, you're Johnny Bravo.
Oh, that is. Don't know if that's a compliment.
I said I'm kidding, but that just came to my
But
mind
he's
because he's
like a-
I
blonde.
think I've had someone tell me this before.
That you're Johnny Bravo?
When I used to have hair, yeah.
Oh, but he's like a big lady.
I've
Like
literally never seen you with hair. I mean,
Well,
well,
yeah,
this
'cause
is
I
the
did-
most hair you've had, actually.
Yeah, because
you buzz it always.
I cut it short before.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
I'm like, wait, why are
I
you
cut
so
it short before
Me?
I was on.
Yeah.
I was friends with you guys.
okay.
All right, babe. Who are you? I know who you are.
I think I have.
Why do I have these all coming
Homer
to my mind?
Simpson.
Oh my goodness.
You're
Carl.
what's the guy from Family Guy? You're the little one.
The baby.
Yeah, Stu.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Morgan, yours is gonna be way better. I hope.
Yours is what was that one? It was Nickelodeon. Danny.
DeVito.
No.
Danny
DeVito.
Phantom.
Danny Phantom. Danny Phantom, guys. He's Danny
I've
Phantom.
never seen that show.
Oh. Well, I liked it. It was weird, but it was interesting.
You were a cartoon kid. I can tell.
Yeah, I watched a lot of cartoons, guys.
I have.
All right, what are you? Come on.
Luca will not watch as many cartoons
Maybe this
as
is
I
like
watch.
putting myself too highly, but I really resonate with the demeanor of Robin Hood, the Disney Fox version, the Fox Robin Hood.
He does have the shirt, Marion.
So take that how you want. Jacob, what did you
Foxy.
decide yours was?
Yeah, Maddie says he does.
I
kinda
love
look like Danny
Megamind,
Phantom.
but I don't think I'm like Megamind.
All right.
I don't know, the way you were
Squidward.
talking down to me about some of
Right.
this
Whoa,
like,
no,
horror
he's
stuff.
misunderstood. Squidward.
He's misunderstood.
Squidward.
Yeah.
I could see a little bit of that.
Squidward.
I could see a little
You know,
squiddy. I
yeah,
could see a little squiddy.
No, Morgan?
SpongeBob.
Hey, if you guys in the live chat are really like in your minds, Caroline or Jacob or Paul Morgan is so obviously this person, let us know. But
Yeah,
I want to read.
I'm kind
Say
of
like
curious.
Morgan equals blah blah. Jacob equals blah blah.
All right, let me
That's
just read a
what
few
you
of them,
wanna
you guys.
Yeah, read who they are.
Dana says Ashoka Tono.
Oh, that's got to be some weird anime.
What the heck is that?
It's
Not
definitely
It's
sure on that
anime.
one.
It has to
Is
be.
it like Naruto
We got
or something?
Goofy.
I can't.
And Yasha.
Lizzie
No offense.
McGuire's cartoon Inside Thoughts. LOL. Cart 19 says.
Love it.
Admire.
That would be a good one for you too.
That's what I was thinking,
Cinderella-
too.
Oh, this is a good one. Mary Elizabeth. I could see this.
Tell me.
Cinderella from the old Disney cartoon.
Way to hype
Oh.
yourself up.
I can see
Yes,
it
queen.
too.
No, but we really could see that.
No, I mean, I'm being serious.
yes.
Mary Elizabeth.
I mean, I think.
Mark Moore says
Yes.
he played the clarinet, but he was better than Squidward.
You
Alex.
played the clarinet?
No, Mark Moore did.
Oh.
Said he
Oh.
was better than Squidward.
Squidward
Alex
is terrible.
says Homer Simpson. Hannah says Squidward.
Oh, sorry, Archon.
Oh, Tsukino Usaga from Sailor Moon.
Oh,
She
that's
Once
another
again-
anime.
Can't get down with that stuff. I'm sorry. I think it's weird.
Belle from Beauty and the Beast. Faith says.
Cute.
The Archon says Tadashi Hamada.
Still
That's
can't
gotta
get
be
down with it.
another.
Sorry, you're gonna have to
Another
clarify
anime.
the Archon. Konami
Probably
says
Star Wars.
we got Konami saying Shigo. Did anyone know Shigo?
That sounds like she goat.
Okay, Carl.
Ahsoka Tono. Ahsoka
Sounds familiar.
Tono.
Is that not the Japanese restaurant down the street?
Oh, we got a mixture between
That's Asuka.
Tiana from
Ah,
Princess
right.
and the Frog and Belle from Beauty and the Beast. Emma says Bubbles. Kim Possible. Kayla says she used to be obsessed with Kim Possible. Squidward getting annoyed with people is so real. Hannah says, do you resonate with that, Jacob?
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. I know some of y'all be Sid the Sloth out here, and you're not telling us the truth.
Okay. GoFundMe's says, I always resonated with Ed. Where is it? Ed from Ed, Ed, and Eddie, which I could see that.
You know what I am if
Wait,
I'm
Eddie.
not Kim Possible?
Eddie from Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
I am the squirrel from Emperor's New Groove that sits on
I could see that.
what's his face's shoulder.
I could see that. Kronk.
Kronk. That sits on
Kronk.
Kronk's shoulder.
Kronk.
Yes.
Kronk.
Yes.
Squeaker,
Squeaker, squeaking, squeaking.
You've never seen Emperor's New Groove?
Wait, no,
Nope.
that is like one of the
Jacob.
I don't
funniest
know what that
movies.
is.
That's such a good movie. You have to watch it, please.
Top
It's
10.
not a horror movie, but it comes close.
Do you watch anything but horror movies?
No. No, I do.
Oh, Osaga. Osaka.
Asako.
Scotch,
You say that 5 times really fast.
Ahsoka.
Say it one more time, Paul.
Ahsoka.
Costco
Ahsoka.
is from Star Wars.
That's where I shop.
That's what
Costco.
I just said.
I also do not shop actually at Costco. I don't know
Oh,
why I said that.
Otasco Tani is from Star Wars. That's
Okay.
what Archon says.
All right, great. There
All
we
right.
go.
Shigo is the bad girl on Kim Possible.
Oh, she's kind of hot.
That's weird.
No.
That's
No.
weird.
She is attractive.
She's a beautiful
I
woman
don't like
is
it.
what you can say.
No, but she's. Good lord.
I don't like it.
She's
She was attractive. Yeah.
hot.
Yes, she was a cute woman.
Well,
Character.
She was like Kim Possible. But
I
no.
I
actually
feel
have
like
no
I
idea
can
who
call
we're
an
talking
animated
about.
character hot. I feel like that's fine.
Seems weird.
Okay. Well, you guys, some of my like first attractions were animated characters.
Oh, goodness.
Hey, guys,
I mean, yeah, wasn't
this-
that everyone's?
This was our
Every
very
kid.
I'm just
Can we
saying.
say this? This was our very first
Yes.
official episode
Official.
of P&M After Dark. The
Woo-woo.
plan, you guys, is to go bi-weekly, and hopefully we'll have some of the same guests. As much as you guys want to be on, we would love to have you guys on. These were fun.
Jacob's never
absolutely.
coming back.
Oh, no. I'm
No, he's gonna come back, just not when I'm here.
Let us know, you guys, in the comments. How did you enjoy this, our first official? Can we toast, you guys,
Yes.
to our first official?
And here is a toast to the girl I love most in the whole, alfalfa.
Guys,
Yes.
thank you all for being here. We love you guys. Have a great rest of your night. Thank you to the super chats. Thank you for
Yes.
just being here with the comments. Thank you to our patrons. We love you all. And we
Wait,
will
one
see-
more check that no one's in love with me yet.
Thumbs up. Can we get it to 100 right before we leave?
Yeah,
7
seriously,
more thumbs up, you guys.
guys.
7 more thumbs up. This was such a fun time, you guys. I don't know if you all noticed, but I feel the most alive doing this in a long time
Well,
doing
close us out of
YouTube.
here then.
Yeah,
Close us out of
Baby,
here then.
baby girl.
Wait, why do I have to close your mouth?
Because you're saying how much fun you had.
I'm so.
I love
Okay,
Close
wait,
us
no.
out.
Can I say
Close us
something?
out.
Close
no,
us
can I
out.
say something?
Carl,
Have
yes,
peak.
please
Okay,
say.
I just need to say that.
little rant from Carl.
Yeah, I just no. Really though, this is a big deal for Morgan.
Thank
So
you.
I'm very proud of you, and I'm
Thank-
proud of your
thanks.
resiliency
Thank
and keeping on.
Carl.
You're amazing.
2 more
Thank
likes,
you.
please, so I can,
Please,
I
for
can
the
go.
love of
2 more likes.
Only time I'm begging for likes.
Even if
of everything.
Please.
you don't really like,
Good grief.
you know.
One more.
The poor man has
If
got
you
to pee,
don't
and we're
like
not
it,
leaving.
Jacob's gonna pee on this couch right now.
And then someone's
Oh,
going to have to
and hit it,
Venmo
Morgan,
me
come
for a
on.
new couch.
Morgan,
All right.
bring us home.
Love you guys so much. Have a great rest of your night and weekend and whatever else. Have hope.
It's literally
And be
okay.
free.
And be
That's
free.
true. I never know what day it is. Bye.
Bye, guys. Love you all.